we have been talking about ATP as the major energy yielding molecule. So, whenever we talk about different metabolisms or different metabolic pathways like glycolysis, like Krebs cycle, like glucogenesis, like glucogenolysis, and so on and so forth, our focus is usually on ATP. So, does it mean that ATP is the only high energy molecule in the living systems? Let us explore it a little bit. Other than ATP, there are other molecules also which have high energy bonds, as I have already told you in different topics, that it is the structural aspect of a molecule which give rise to the function. So, for high energy bond, so for high energy molecule, the high energy is coming from the very high and highly energetic bond it contains. So, one other class of high energy molecules which is other than ATP is phosphoanhydride, the compounds which contains phosphoanhydride bonds. Of course, ATP also have phosphoanhydride bond, but there are other also like UTP, which is involved in the glycogenesis and lipid metabolism, CTP, which is involved in the lipid metabolism and in the glycosylation, TTP, which is involved in the brain metabolism. So, depending upon what cells require, depending upon the physiological condition a system is exhibiting, different molecules can also be used other than ATP as the high energy bonds. Then there are acyl phosphorylates like 1,3-biphosphoglycerate, a very important compound in the process of glycolysis. It also contains a high energy bond. Then there are phosphocreatine bonds. These phosphocreatine bonds are present because of the phosphorylated creatine molecules which are involved in different sort of metabolic pathways in brain, in muscle, especially skeletal muscles, etc. Then there is enol phosphates, again a very highly energetic bond. It is present in, for instance, in phosphoenol pyruvate, a product of glycolysis. And then other than the phosphate bonds, there are the thioesters, for instance, which are present in the acetyl CoA, a very important product of the glycolysis which initiate the process of Krebs cycle. So, other than ATP, there are other molecules also which have high energy bond. If you see the energy they give, ATP gives rise to minus 30.51 kilojoule per mole energy, phosphoenol pyruvate minus 61.91, 1,3-biphosphoglycerate gives you minus 49.31, phosphocreatine gives you to minus 43.11, जबकि acetyl CoA minus 31.41 किलोजूल पर मोल एनर्जी आपको देता है. कुछ सवालात यहाँ बनते हैं करने वाले. Why so many phosphate bonds you are observing in high energy compounds, for instance? So, there are high energy bonds. You could see that they almost all of them except of one are containing the phosphate bond. Why? What is there in the phosphate bond? Please just visit my previous topics or other topics and you will find the answer. Then are not bonds other than ATP more energetic? They have more energy. For instance, you can see here that these bonds other than ATP have even more energy. For instance, PEP, phosphoenol pyruvate, have minus 61.91 kilojoule per. That is double of the energy which the ATP is giving. And why? Why we use ATP? Even it has relatively lesser energy as compared to other high energy compounds. A very important question. You have to ponder on it. I want an answer from you on it, because it will give rise to more questions and more important answers. What actually makes a compound highly energetic? It must not be a difficult question for you now. I think it should be a on your fingertips, because I have been talking so many times about it.